The Old Smokey shotgun has unironically become one of my favorite shotguns, just based on the playstyle alone. You get this pretty wide radius for shooting, which you'll notice in the gameplay as I talk about that, and you can just fire to crowds and practically destroy them. I had a lot of fun recording a video with this weapon. My one thing, which you will hear me complain about multiple times, is this perk. I would prefer having an affliction damage here because I did have multiple enemies that after one or two shots were just they were so weak, but they were just not dead. Affliction plus damage to afflicted targets would solve that completely. Alternatively, I think running totally rocking out could also solve that. So these are the perks that I use with the Old Smokey. There's also Power 130. I should also mention that the Old Smokey is, I believe, the exact same as or not exact same, but it's basically like a reskin of the base game Thunderbolt shotgun. Only difference being the Old Smokey is a scavenger weapon, which means that it has slightly less durability. This being 240 instead of what would normally be probably 300. And I believe it would also cost less to craft an Old Smokey than to craft a Thunderbolt. So that's also one of the reasons why I like the Old Smokey and the Husk Buster, which was for some reason my first choice for trying to find a non-scavenger weapon and still clicking on a scavenger weapon. I like the fact that I do that. Regardless, as for hero loadouts, I was using Shrapnel Headhunter with Blast from the Past because I wanted a lot of health for this mission. I was also using Saurian Might and Saurian Hide to activate my Blast from the Past team perk, as well as Critical Blast for some shotgun critical damage. Locked and Reloaded because getting this 15% damage buff for 5 seconds after reloading is good. And with the Old Smokey being a two-shot shotgun, which you can also just fire one shot and reload and kind of repeat doing that, um, getting this like just additional damage bonus, like you'll have it a lot, and it will also help out a lot. Survivalist was also just to heal some health back. Even with Blast from the Past active, I did take in a lot of damage. And of course, Adrenaline Rush and Hover Turrets. Anyways, so here's the actual video. Okay, that is a weird. That's not normal. Uh, let's get these. That was perfect, actually. Slide right in, take them out. Okay, there was nothing left there. Regardless, the Old Smokey has actually become one of my favorite shotguns over, I'd say, the span of like the last year. And I think that's just because, like, look at the radius of this crosshair. Distance, as in range, I mean, not amazing, but I guess this weapon does redeem itself using this ridiculous range where I'm walking straight at these husks, and I'm just literally hitting for a actually reasonable amount of damage. It's nothing insane. In fact, the double boiler does definitely outdamage this, but the double boiler is also better for single targets. Whereas the Old Smokey does very well on multiple targets. It's a shame he just despawned, because I was definitely going to shoot him with this. Got an encampment down here. See if we can take down Taker's Gone. Gunslingers, or not gunslingers, blasters that need to go. I am moving around a lot and choosing not to build to cover myself from a lot of these ranged attacks. Reason is, I'm lazy. Didn't think there would be several takers now. I did not actually account for that many takers at once. You can try to dodge them for a bit. How does he have almost full health? So I killed him pretty fast even with nearly full health. Looks like a lot of small husks. this weapon had Affliction, this would be so much better. That just occurred to me. Because any enemy that I hit and don't kill would be dying instantly if I had Affliction on this. Long story short, I think I'm gonna have to keep my eyes out for an Affliction copy of the Old Smokey. Because as soon as I get that, I'm probably going to try this weapon again. Although I've had this the slowed and snared one for literally 2 or 3 years maybe. I just one-tapped a healing burst. That's actually a sign of a good weapon. Got a survivor over here, which hopefully with the good radius of the shotgun, we can save this survivor. Yeah, actually get away from those the bees. One thing I should mention is that you don't have to load both shots into the shotgun again before you can shoot it. You can literally just load one shot, shoot it, one shot, shoot it, like how I'm doing here. And I am dying to the amount of lobbers that I don't know the location of. Survivor has been saved. Let's find everything that's been killing, or that's been trying to kill the survivor. I'm going to be using quite a lot of healing pads, and the reason for that is I accounted for not taking in as much damage as I currently am, though I have no idea why I would have accounted for that. I think I also need to try this weapon with totally rocking out with Buckshot Raptor. This is a good crowd. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna clear that crowd. Thank you very much. Can't see them. Oh, wait. I couldn't see them earlier. There's a lot, and they're all hiding. You love to see it, don't you? Where'd you go? Oh. How'd you get there? A lot of the time when I use the Old Smokey, I always feel like obligated to jump when I shoot. I don't know why. Using the War Cry, shots seem to be doing a lot more damage, but also headshots is also going to be a lot more effective with this weapon than just shooting randomly. Though I'm not quite sure, based on those stats, that this weapon has a headshot modifier. That shockwave did not do anything. Interesting. More lobbers over here that will not get anywhere close to me, so I'm gonna have to slide in, take them out. If I had Affliction, that one would be dead. And I got those two with a single shot. Why'd they kill the chicken? Why'd you do it? Doesn't matter. I need one sample. And I have 2 minutes and 40 seconds to get it. Placing a hover turret just to hopefully... I guess, well, I got my sample, don't care anymore. That shockwave also looked like it didn't do anything, but I also don't think I would have hit anything either way. With these crowds of enemies, the Old Smokey does just clear them. It says 132. I don't exactly know if it would be able to do the same in like 140 or 160 zones, but that's also not my kind of area of testing things. Once again, if I had Affliction, he'd be dead. He would also be dead if I had Affliction. He's dead now. Gameplay with the Old Smokey. One of my favorite shotguns, like I said. Amazing crowd distance, so you can just instantly shoot upon a large crowd of enemies. if mine had Affliction, it would be a lot better. And I kind of wanted to get an Affliction copy before making this video, but I guess I didn't get one in time, and I didn't want to go to get one from the collection book.